What's up, everybody? Matt Gajewski here, back again with the Odd Shopper channel. And today we're talking some XFL bets ahead of the single game on Sunday. Before we get started, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when this and all other content goes live. If you're listening on podcast, please leave a rating and review. That helps us a ton. And we are brought to you by Bet365. They have a very special limited time deal for you guys right now where you can make your first deposit and then bet $1 on any market, and you are automatically going to be paid out $200 in the form of bonus bets. This is easier than any single edge you could exploit in the sports betting market. It is literally taking advantage of free money, and it is available to you in the link of the video description below. Terms and conditions apply. The legal age for gambling in most states is 21 plus. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. This is only available in New Jersey, Colorado, Ohio, and Virginia. All right. We're talking the Sunday game, which means we've got St. Louis, the Battlehawks, taking on the Houston Roughnecks on deck. Little afternoon game on a Sunday. And the Roughnecks are 3-point favorites. First place I want to go here is to the Roughnecks side as 3-point favorites. I think there's a bunch of mismatches that we could take advantage of in this game with the Roughnecks side of things. I view this team as, if not the second best team, the third. They're very close. I think we can all agree DC is the best team in this league, but this team played DC close, and they have one of the most electric offenses in the XFL. The only thing that gives me pause here is the quarterback situation. We've now seen Brandon Silvers benched for Cole McDonald, who came in and had an awesome game. In a very, very small sample, he's now been the most efficient quarterback in the XFL. I expect this probably to normalize a little bit over time, assuming he even continues to play. But one thing we know McDonald does is he provides a lot of rushing equity, something that Silvers does absolutely none of. But overall, I think this is a somewhat risky quarterback situation, but I think we're dealing with two pretty good options for the most part. Silvers, to me, is about league average. McDonald, I think, is maybe a little above average just because he gives you that rushing ability that Silvers does not. On the other side, we have McCarron, who's a pocket statue, which is kind of a concern for me here. Again, we are really relying on the passing acumen for him, but the offensive line for this team is a concern for me when we look at sacks and pressure overall generated and forced. St. Louis is allowing the second most sacks per game in the league, trailing only Orlando. And Houston generates the most sacks, more than any other team in this league, over 3 per game. So that's a big mismatch. And we're essentially putting the pocket statue of A.J. McCarron under duress. Meanwhile, on the other side, St. Louis is one of the worst defensive lines, and they're going against Houston with one of the better offensive lines, only allowing just north of 2 sacks per game. So I think the quarterback being kept clean here is going to be whoever Houston decides to roll with between Silvers and Cole McDonald. And then across the board, I think we're just talking about better skill position players. I'd rather have Max Borghi at running back than Brian Hill and any combination of Kareem Walker and Mateo Durant. Both these teams have lost their best receivers this year. That would be Jontre Kirkland and Marcel Aitman, depending on where you look. I think the best receivers are on the Houston side still. We're talking about Cedric Byrd, Deontay Burnett. They also signed a couple good players right off the street that had cups of coffee in the NFL, at least with practice squads. Jockey Roberson hasn't played yet. Michael Bandy was just signed from essentially the Chargers. This guy that played legitimate snaps in the regular season. I think we're talking about just an overall better offense with Houston. So I'll take the Roughnecks to cover the 3, despite the quarterback controversy, or I guess competition, we'll call it, as people like to say. But Roughnecks -3. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. You can reach out to me on Twitter if you'd like. I'm at Matt_Gajewski. Otherwise, we'll be back again next week talking some more XFL bets. Until then, good luck, everyone. We'll see you again next time.